Hello, and welcome to this HelloID provisioning product release video for October 2020. HelloID provisioning is a 100% born in the cloud, easy to configure and maintain user provisioning solution. It helps organizations to fully automate the user lifecycle management in the network by connecting the HR or SIS as a source system. Every change in the source is detected and processed into the network. No worries anymore about stale user accounts, accumulations of licenses or access rights, manual user management, or compliancy issues. Please note that in this video, we're only going to show you the new functionalities for the October 2020 release. Please go to docs.helloid.com or our YouTube channel for more videos. Let's get started. In this video, we'd like to start with a PowerPoint presentation and then demo the new functionalities for the October 2020 release. We have 4 new features in this release. First, we added support to invert conditions inside the business rules. With this new option, you can easily exclude a specific population of persons by defining the not condition. This invert can be applied to all condition options available within the business rules. Secondly, we support multiple on-premise agents, in which we can specify the agents responsible for handling the requests for a specific system. This option is available for source and target systems. Another new option is that we have combined the Active Directory username with the display name. By adding the username value to the display name, it will make the identification of a correlated account a lot easier. Lastly, we have added a new functionality to be used in the PowerShell target connectors. This functionality adds the possibility to configure general input parameters, which can be used inside the target connector scripts. This functionality allows you to separate general configurations from the connector and store system-related settings in a general way. Now, the first item we'd like to show you is that you can invert the condition of a business rule. To configure this new functionality, we first go to the Business Rules setting and open up the Configuration section. What we have added is the option to invert the definition of a condition by switching the Invert Condition toggle. This new toggle can be configured on all the available condition options within the business rule. As you can see, we have it here on the contract attribute, but we also have it on the department and the other ones. Having configured this rule, include persons by the external type of their contract. We will only see a person who corresponds to this condition. When we switch the invert condition toggle, our filter will automatically change to not only and exclude all the persons having an only external type. If a person has multiple active contracts and both contracts have a different type, for example, one is external and the other is internal, this person will still be in scope of this business rule. Let's move on to our second item, the option to select and configure agents for on-premise systems. This option can be configured on source and target connectors. As you can see, we have added a new option to select one or multiple agents. Here you can see the status of all our configured agents. Green means that the agent is currently active. Orange means that the agent has been inactive for over 2 minutes. When we go to the agent configuration, we will find a list of all agents registered on our environment. We can select one or multiple agents to be responsible for handling requests for this system. To configure this, we need to select agents based on our tags. We support multiple types of tags. The greater than PowerShell icon will show you the specific PowerShell version on which the agent is running. The computer icon will identify the specific computer name. The square icon with the squares in it will define agent pools as configured in HelloID. The domain icon will select all agents of a specific domain. It's also possible to extend agents with your custom tags. You can select one of the agents in your configuration. Go to the Custom Tags where you can define your own tag. Once you've added it, it will instantly update the agent. It will also become available in our selection list as Custom Tag. When we have multiple tags configured, you can see we have an agent on this domain, handling the system requests. We can also extend this filter by adding another one, My Custom Filter, for example. Now you can see we have selected multiple servers. Both agents will be able to handle the requests from this system. Agents will be selected if one of the selected tags comply with one of the tags of an agent. Next up is the improvement to the already existing correlation report. And here we introduce a small update for Microsoft Active Directory and Microsoft Azure Active Directory systems. For the correlation report, we have modified the current display name and added the user principal name value to it as an addition to the field. This will help you to identify the correct user account, which is correlated to a person. Here, we already have the existing display name, but what we have added is the user principal name between the brackets. By this value, we can identify multiple users having the same display name being correlated to the correct person from the system. Okay, let's move on to our last item. We added parameter support for PowerShell target connectors. This can be configured in a PowerShell target system. By default, when you go to your connector, you will not see the configuration tab available since by default there is no configuration. What you can do is go to the account and select the customer connector configuration. In this, you can configure the input support you would like to have for your connector. On the right side, you see an example. In this example, we have all the fields configurations that we currently support. You can also see the live results on the left side based on the configuration on the right. For example, we'll change this one to one we pre-configured, and we added 3 fields. One field will require the input of a DLL value as supported by the connector. The other one will require a path to a database file. This one we will use inside our PowerShell scripts. We want to use the PowerShell script to retrieve a password. The password can be provided in the database password field. There is also a live preview available to see the results. When we change the database file, we can instantly see the changes to our live preview occurring in place. For the database, we can edit or type the password, and it will be as a database type. So you will not see what you're typing in the live preview. It won't be visible. However, you can use the value in your script. The user interface can be configured on the fly by modifying the configuration on the right side, and as you can see, we can change any of the fields in this example. So let's say we want to change our password field without the database. We can say, in this input field, you can only provide the password, and you can see that the user interface will update instantly. Thank you so much for your time and for watching. Please let us know if you have any additional questions. You can post your question in YouTube or send it to isupport@toolsforever.com. Please subscribe to our channel to receive frequent updates about improvements and changes in HelloID. Have a wonderful day.